Put the needle on the record.
Brunson stops on a dime, launches. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it.
They give it to B. All right, here it is. Bernard looking for 50, and he's got it. Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King.
Now has Starks for Ewing. Ewing with the spin. Ewing, yes!
1 8 seconds remaining. The Knicks lead by 1. All right, everyone, this is Tim. This is New York Knicks Unleashed, bringing you a special edition because of the fact LeBron James has chosen, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers in a who cares moment in Knickdom. This is big news. Signing a 2-year, $8 million deal to go play with the Philadelphia 76ers with a player. I think the second year is a player option. When the news came down, I was like any other Knicks fan. I was like, yeah, it is what it is. LeBron calls it his last decision. I call it Knicks in 5. Because of the fact that unless the Naismith has invented another way to play basketball, unless we're taking now 3 or 4 basketballs and putting them on the court at the same time, I don't understand how this is going to work. You have Jaylen Brown, who needs to be ball dominant. You have the likes of Joel Embiid when he is healthy. You throw the ball into the hole, it doesn't come back out. You have Tyrese Maxey, who's sitting there after just putting up 28 points a game last year, is now going to be a facilitator. No, he needs to have the ball to be successful. And I love it because you have people saying this is an A+ deal. LeBron James, if you take a look over the last few years, has not been the same player. You can truly say now he is ring chasing. If he would have went to back to Cleveland, I could understand and said, okay, he's going back home. He's gone back home to have his last hurrah in Cleveland and give the fans that he screwed over once, came back, won a championship, screwed over twice, and then gone back for his farewell tour. I could have got that. He would have went to Miami. I could have understood that because he did win a championship in Miami. He did again have to go ring chasing with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh to finally get that championship. I could have gotten that. But this is a guy that going back to 2019, 55 games, 67 games, 54, 56, 55, 70, 71, 60. This is a guy, and his point total has declined down to its lowest of 20 points a game and his lowest rebound total for his entire career. And he's going to go ring chasing in Philadelphia, where the dysfunction of the Philadelphia franchise has been felt well before the Ben Simmons issues. I'm going to say it again, guys. I'm calling it Knicks in 5. I have no fear of this super team. Jaylen Brown has to be kicking himself. He finally gets out of the shadow of Tatum. He finally is going to be, he probably came to his thought process, well, you know what? I can play with Embiid. I can play with Tyrese Maxey. And then all of a sudden he turns around and says, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have LeBron James here, and I'm going to now be the third, potentially fourth option on this team. I don't know, man. You could talk about all the stats. You could talk about all the things that he's going to bring LeBron James. I don't think LeBron James has gone to Philadelphia recently. He probably should head over to Kensington and take a look at that area. There's already talk and speculation that LeBron may live in New York and chopper over because it's a 45-minute helicopter ride over to Philadelphia for games. You want to talk about the ideal moment of dysfunction? That's what this is going to be. It made no sense. The fit in Cleveland, as we talked about that briefly, made no sense whatsoever. The fit in Miami made more sense, but there was no talent outside of Giannis. The fit in Philadelphia, man, it's just crazy because of also the fact that you have to remember Tyrese Maxey has some severe defensive limitations. Jaylen Brown is still not the player that we remembered at points in time in Boston after the Achilles. Joel Embiid never stays healthy. You want to talk about a team that could have a midseason collapse in week 2 because of injuries? You're looking right at Philadelphia. And I'm going to break this news to you, LeBron. The Philadelphia crowd is not going to be anointing you King James if you don't come out like 25-5. It's going to be interesting. And LeBron James's defensive prowess is not there. I loved it because they ranked players on everything. So they ranked players on average speed on defense. And there was 582 players in the NBA. LeBron James ranked 579th on average speed on defense, which people are saying is normal for a star conserving energy for the offensive end and not worrying about the defensive end. He's not going to be this guy that's going to chase elite scorers and shooters around the perimeter. I mean, it's one of those things that if you take a look at it, it makes zero sense. I'm happy for Knicks fans. As a Knicks fan, I'm ecstatic because we already blew out and swept Philadelphia. Do you think adding LeBron James to that mix would have been any different? You have a cohesive unit of 5 guys who have played together now for an extended period of time, who only seem to be getting better as a starting unit. You have Miles McBride, who has been voted one of the most underrated players in the NBA. You brought back your key components outside of Mitchell Robinson, who went to Boston, on your bench. You even went out and got Drummond, who to me is a much older Mitchell Robinson, but is a guy that is a seasoned professional and can give you kind of the same things that you were given by Mitchell Robinson, but without the fear and reparations of the fact that he could miss multitudes of games because of injury and Mitchell Robinson. You brought back a key component in Landry Shamet. You brought back Jordan Clarkson, and you also brought back Jose Alvarado. And you've added to your bench. You got a little bit younger with vis-a-vis the draft. It's going to be an interesting time and moment for the Knicks, but looking at this from a Knicks perspective in reference to him going to Philadelphia, I'm just like, okay. I'm going to say it. Well, hey, you know what? King James, welcome to Philadelphia. Knicks in 5. Oh, we're going to start getting back into the shows a little bit. We just taking a little hiatus, especially now with Giant Camp coming up. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ring that bell. Because this is Tim, this is New York Knicks. This is New York Knicks Unleashed, and I'm out of here.